Wow. The news about Jamaicans in the US facing deportation really hits differently. Over 5,000 of our people have final removal orders, and yet they are still in the US, trying to live their lives. These aren't just statistics, these are real people, our brothers and sisters who left home searching for opportunities that weren't available at home. As we talk about this, I want us to think beyond the numbers. Let's unpack what this really means for the individuals, for their families, and for Jamaica as a whole.
So I have some quick information right here, so pertaining to how many Jamaicans are currently in America and their final removal order from the US. So currently, and this is not an updated list. This list was from last year. So there are currently over 5,000 Jamaicans. This is courtesy of ICE. 5,120 to be exact. Jamaicans who have given the final removal order from the US but hasn't leave. So they exhausted all their options, all the avenues to remain in the US, and the judge fined all 5,120 people to be in removal proceedings. Them say, oh, time for your leave because you don't have no rights to be here. 5,120, that's a lot. And 11 countries are in non-compliance, and it seems like Jamaica is one of those places where the government has said, oh, them not, but no, deportees, basically, what they're saying are in non-compliance. So it says ICE has listed several other Caribbean countries who are facing deportation. So these are the people who already exhausted their avenues to stay in the US. So 80, I'm talking about like the Caribbean region. So 80 have 32,363 people who have gotten their final removal orders from the US. Dominican Republic, they have 12,699 people who have received their final removal order from the US. Third, you have Jamaica. Jamaica have 5,120 persons who has gotten their final removal order from the US. You have St. Lucia with 202, Barbados 151, Grenada 149. But listen this, Mexico have a staggering 252,044 people who have been ordered to leave. Them get ordered for leave willingly, you know. So if them don't want to leave willingly, them have to leave forcefully. So as I said again, Jamaica has 5,120 was exhausted all avenues, lawyers, all type of avenue, waivers, and the judge said no, you got to go. But they're still in the US. So those are people who ICE are currently looking for as well to just put them out because they already received the removal orders. So that was a quick update, guys.
News. So, ICE, for all of my Jamaican people, they sent out the letter to 5,000 people that is going to be deported. Actually, they supposed to receive their warrant for to be deported back to Jamaica. I guess some people are staying in their house and running around and trying to move from state to state. But the breaking news is that 5,000 people is on the list to be deported to Jamaica. Right now, I would say that as a man of God, what word would I give my Jamaican? Well, If you've been in America for a very long time, I would say if you gotta go back or you end up going back, you will have to equip yourself to survive. I think you've been in America long enough. You're supposed to learn enough to survive in your country. Also, you can trust God. God can able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can think or act. So, but I'm saying, man, it's a lot of things going on. Just be encouraged. Hold the faith and know that all things work together for good. You may not see the good.
I want to thank the Prime Minister for receiving and welcoming home the Jamaicans who have been deported from the United States of America. This is your right to land, and it is with great pleasure that we welcome you back home, right? But can we build on the Prime Minister's speech though, and can we open the discussion as to why these persons had left Jamaica in the first place? I imagine it must have been a difficult decision to get up and to leave your children, your partners, your families. Some of you leave ill parents behind in search of better opportunities that are not existing in today's society and not existing in Jamaica. And so you had to go all over the globe in search of making these dreams that you have become reality. And that opens the discussion as to the gaps that exist in Jamaica that we need to bridge as a people to make Jamaica the place that our Jamaicans can live, raise their families, do business, and enjoy. Amongst many of these persons are lawyers, doctors, teachers, laborers, regular Jamaican brothers and sisters who are out there trying to find a better life. And so it's important for us, and for us to challenge our government, because we're paying a very hefty price for governance. So we have to challenge our government to see all the things that they need to do to ensure that we, the regular Jamaicans, get to enjoy and to live in Jamaica, right? Also, another thing that we need to table, and is a challenge to the Prime Minister and to our government. How are we going to welcome these persons home? And what measures are we going to put in place to ensure that these persons are reintegrated into society? I mean, some of them are coming out with little to nothing, and they need the support of their government and their people in order to reintegrate into this society. So I think what we need to do is to build a little committee around this and to plan for the systems and the measures and the assistance that can be given to these individuals to ensure that they become, productive members of society. Because don't get me wrong, these people, a lot of them are very hardworking, ambitious people, and so it's important for us to ensure that we have the plans and the measures in place to reintegrate them into society and to ensure that, they can become productive members of the Jamaican society. Welcome home, and we challenge you, our government.
Yo, Jamaica have the most crab in a barrel mentality. Me see a man post a video, with him voice behind it. And man say, yo, 2,000 Jamaicans, undocumented Jamaicans, are calling the Jamaican embassy, begging help to return home because Donald Trump have them in cages, not giving them any water, and not feeding them and returning them back to the country. And this man is celebrating, he's rejoicing, he's happy. And most of the time, these people say I celebrate them thing, are the one them will never travel. How are you happy and celebrating a man's downfall? Better yet, your country, brother. I tried and go try the waters and I work out in a farm. I'm more than sure if you had gotten the chance, you would have taken it. Because who no want make more money, who no want better for themselves and them family. And we know in a Jamaica it's very hard. If you make it in Jamaica, thumbs up to you. And most of the time for you to make it, you have to rob somebody, whether white collar or you hold them up and take it. But at the celebration, bro, like You're glad, you're happy. So this I read some people. Like, oh, is that happy for you? Oh, is that nice for you? Yeah, God no. But me I gotta say this, brother. Be careful where you laugh at. Cause I've seen people turn into the exact same thing that they laughed at. You hear that? Big up though.
ICE continues its crackdown on illegal migrants, the impact has already begun hurting some businesses. Some persons have not been showing up for work and have been keeping their children from attending school in fear of deportation. But we met one Jamaican who says he remains unfazed. Romarda Lyons has his story.
Dreams continue to melt away for many undocumented persons living in the United States. This, as the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, continues to crack down on illegal immigration in the U.S. with over 969 single-day arrests on Tuesday. Many Jamaicans who travel to the country illegally in search of better are now in a cloud of uncertainty. But this man is putting on a brave face, hoping for the best. In October 2024, he shared his journey crossing the border. Today, the lingering question is, will he be among those sent back to their homeland in chains of embarrassment?
You know, it's a good while now. I pack up and left Jamaica. I left everything behind. I come a foreign to get a better life, a better myself. So I can't get deported and go back to Jamaica now. I just start out in a foreign and I try to get myself situated and started out. I know I say potentially I have to go back. I can't go back. That never work for me.
When asked if he's worried or anxious, he shut it down immediately.
I tell myself, say, yo, I have a dream, I have a plan. Say, I'm going to make a better life for myself and my family.
On January 24, I said targets included illegal immigrants with arrests or convictions for assault, domestic violence, or other crimes including victims. The man who says he isn't involved in any wrongdoing is hoping that that will keep him safe in the land of the free.
And ever since I come here, I'm not involved in no drugs or no gang or even a bad activity like that.
Now, many are keeping a low profile, with reports of people fearful to even show up to work. For this man, it's the opposite. In fact, he spoke with TVJ News after leaving work today.
But you know, I just still have to be vigilant. I have to go to work still, because I have bills to pay and things to do, things to take care of. So I have to just go to work still and just watch out, watch my back, make sure everything around me good. I just have to hope for the best, really. You know, I just have to hope for the best, because I can't sit down a yard and not do nothing and not work for how long this thing I got take.
First, we have to understand why so many Jamaicans live in the first place. Leaving your family, your children, sometimes elderly parents, it's never an easy decision. But when opportunities at home are limited, when jobs are scarce and the economy is tough, people make sacrifices to give their families a better life. These 5,120 people facing deportation include lawyers, doctors, teachers, laborers, and hardworking everyday Jamaicans. People who contributed to communities abroad, who paid taxes and tried to build a life. Many of them are not criminals. They are simply trying to survive and provide. Now they are facing the reality of returning home, and that comes with challenges of reintegration. Some arrive with little to nothing. They will need support from the government, from family, and from society to rebuild their lives. We have to ask ourselves, what systems are in place to help them thrive back home? How do we ensure that they can become productive members of the society again? And here is another thing. We as Jamaicans need to check our reactions. Some people see this news and celebrate, as if other struggles are something to rejoice over. But these are our people, our countrymen. If the roles were reversed, we would want support and understanding, not laughter at our misfortune. Let's lift each other, not tear each other down. The US crackdown is real. People are afraid to go to work, afraid to send their children to school, afraid of being deported. Yet there are those, like one man in the news, who remain unfazed. He continues to work, stay vigilant, and keep hope alive. That's the kind of resilience we should admire and learn from. And this brings us back to Jamaica. What can Jamaica do to create opportunities so fewer people feel forced to leave? This is a wake-up call. We need stronger economic policies, support for small businesses, and real avenues for young people to grow and succeed in Jamaica. If you want your people to stay and thrive, Jamaica must become a place they can truly call home. So to those who are returning, stay strong, stay hopeful, and prepare yourselves to rebuild. You have gained experience, resilience, and knowledge while abroad. Use that to thrive in Jamaica. And to Jamaica, let this moment be a challenge. It's not enough to welcome your people home. You must create a Jamaican worth staying in, where every citizen has the chance to live, work, and build a future. Let's support, encourage, and plan so that the next generation doesn't have to live to survive. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going and support each other as a community. Together we can make a difference.